A series of hometown tailgate meals hosted by Georgia Farm Bureau President Zippy Duvall is continuing this year. His purpose is still clear: to communicate what the state's largest farm organization is doing for its members, and more importantly, to get farmer feedback. Here at the Washington County Farm Bureau Agricultural Center, Mr. Duvall, a Greene County cattle and poultry grower, said the organization is kept up to date on the tax code reforms by the Georgia Tax Council. The final report remains consistent with testimony given at most of the council's public hearings that continue farm priorities like state sales tax exemptions on farm inputs.
As y'all know, some of our exemptions that we enjoy have sunset laws tied to them. They're not even suggesting that we keep them, they're suggesting we do away with those sunset laws. And then if you go on down to look at energy use in manufacturing, mining, and agriculture, it says create new exemptions. Now, we didn't just get what we had, we got a committee that recommends that we broaden what we had.
Mr. Duvall also explained the organization stands behind the American Farm Bureau policy just created in Atlanta against overregulation in farming by the Environmental Protection Agency.
We're sick and tired of them being part of our life, and you know, when it comes to the point where you got to get a permit every time you hook the sprayer up, they're just too involved in our life. And we got to make sure that there's a lot of oversight there to prevent that from happening, because you ain't got time to call and get a permit every time you hook up to the sprayer. A lot of times that hour or two you got might make the difference whether or not you're going to keep your crop.
It was a good opportunity to find out that farmers in the mideastern part of the state managed to get good yields despite a drought in July, August, and September.
We got some excitement about farming in this area right now. We have people that's looking to expand their operations a little bit, especially with the commodity prices up the way they are with soybeans, cotton, peanut, corn. Some of them are looking at adding more acreage if they can find it.
The Washington County agent says the enthusiasm could be dampened. Fertilizer, feed, seed technology, and other farm costs are rising. He said that's happened in just the past few years. So if the planted acres are expanded, which crops could have the most gains?
So right now I'd say they're looking at the contract prices on the peanuts, cotton, and corn and sort of weighing out what to do with them on the irrigation. Dry land, you've got to look at corn's a little iffy on dry land in our area. You make a corn crop maybe 1 out of 6 years, and the others is just a half a crop or sometimes no crop. Peanuts are a good dry land crop. Cotton's a good dry land crop.